I'm Drew, and we're back on week 2 for our Summer Boredom Buster Challenge. And this week we're going to plant some seeds in an egg carton. Alright, so from last week's challenge, I was able to let my soybeans grow and germinate for 5 days. They used to look like this. Oops. And now they look like this. So they have some roots there too. It's time to give them a little bit more space to grow and get a little bit stronger in order for us to eventually plant them. So our challenge this week is to find something biodegradable in order to plant these things. So, biodegradable. When I think of finding something biodegradable, that would be something that can easily be broken down by the elements, so like water, heat, fire even. That all breaks things down like paper. Paper does not stay in the same form that it was after being exposed to those kinds of elements. So when we think of plastic, those aren't things that can be broken down easily. They are made of petroleum or oil, so that is not considered biodegradable. But they do make plastic nowadays that is made out of corn, and so we consider that biodegradable. So that is an organic material, sort of like paper, that can be broken down. Biodegradable. So go ahead and search for biodegradable items in your home. You can even make your own paper cup to plant your seeds in. But I'm going to use this paper or cardboard egg carton. So, some things you'll need. You'll need your biodegradable item that we're going to plant things in. Make sure that it'll have plenty of drainage. So when we put water in it, the water can silk through and come out the bottom. So we'll put holes in this. Also, you're going to need water. And you're also going to need your soil. And my soil is pretty special because it's soil from outside, and I also added some worm castings, and we'll talk about that next week, but it's like fertilizer for your soil. So this is really good stuff. And also you'll need your seedlings. So our first step is to grab our biodegradable item. For those of you that have egg carton 2, here's an extra step. Since I only have 5 seedlings, I'm going to cut this in half so I only use 5 of the spaces. So half of 12 would be 6, so I will have one that's empty. But I don't want to waste the whole thing. I'm also going to detach this top part, the part that usually covers the eggs, and I'll show you why. Okay, so I have cut mine in half. Now it's time to add some soil. So I have added soil to mine, and now I'll use either my finger or a pencil in order to make a hole in the middle of each little slot. That's where we'll put our seedlings. Our next step, as you guessed, is grab our seedlings and we'll put them in the holes that we made for them. And if yours has roots at this point, then you will put the roots down first, and then we're going to cover them. our seedlings in our soil. And the reason I took this piece off or cut it off is because I didn't want it to get in the way of blocking any sunlight from our seedlings. But now that they're in the soil, our next step is to add some water. So our seedlings have been watered and they are in the windowsill over here. So they'll get sunlight and hopefully grow big enough for us to put it outside or in a garden or a pot. And the reason we chose to do something biodegradable or something that'll break down, because we can plant that right in the ground with the seedling. And we won't have to worry about polluting, and it's a natural way of the earth recycling things like that, like paper. And even our food scraps can be recycled too, and we'll talk about that next week. So send me your progress of your seedlings. I'd love to see them, and I will see you next week.